Hi everyone, happy Monday. It's a beautiful day. I hope you have an opportunity to go outside and do something, whether it is to eat lunch or to exercise, take a walk, or just sit under a tree, a nice shady spot, and read a story. It's good to go outside so you get vitamin D. You get vitamin D from the sun. All right, what is the month? July. Do y'all have your July calendars? It is July. The month is July. So, if the month is July, what season is it? The season is summer. It is summertime. So, looking at your calendar, today is July 13th. And what day is it? If we take our finger and we put it on the number 13 and we move it up to the days of the week, it is Monday. So let's move our finger to the left. Yesterday was Sunday. To the right, today is Monday. To the right again, tomorrow will be Tuesday, the 14th. All right, so it's July and the year is 2020. Now, I sent home camping packets. I know some of you did not receive the beach packets, and I'm really sorry. They were mailed out. Hopefully you will get them. But this week, our theme is camping. So there are I have a lot of worksheets that have to do with camping. Not everybody has the same worksheet. So if you read the lesson plans, which I email weekly, daily, you will see what's written, and if you have that page, please complete it. If not, don't worry about it. So like this, everybody should have this page. Let's see. You won't have the same picture, but this is sequencing by size, and just follow the directions, cut these out. Paste them on a separate piece of paper according to size. Go from smallest to largest. This is completing a pattern. This is counting objects. This is a T-graph, things that you eat, things that you don't eat. So you're going to be classifying, sorting. So some of the activities that I have in the lesson plans are with your suitcase and money. So your parents will read to you and tell you what you should be putting in here. Some days I have you putting in pennies, dollars, nickels, and we're going to do a review on money. It's important that you review money every day, that you make money a part of your life, because when you grow up, you will be using money a lot. So it's important to have an idea of how to use money and how important it is. So the more exposure you have, the more comfortable you will be with it. Even if it's just going to the store, paying for something, if you don't know how to count the money, it's okay. But making sure that you put change in your wallet, because it's important to know how to take care of money. Where do you put money? In a safe place, using a wallet, a coin purse, a bank in your room. Okay, so I also have plans of you using a compass. That is in the lesson plans. Now this, you were in your package of manipulatives, you were sent a flashlight and a compass. I didn't have enough compasses to keep one, so I have a picture of what a compass looks like. So it's round, there's a dial, and it says north, south, west, east. So there are activities for you to use your compass. So I would like you to explore your backyard. Summertime is a time for learning and exploration, and it's supposed to be fun. So I would like you to get creative on your own. Also, you can follow my lessons, my activities, and use the compass. Start in your kitchen. Find north, south, east, and west in your kitchen, and then venture off to outside. Go outside in your backyard, take 5 steps or 10 steps from your door, use the compass and walk north. Use the compass and walk south. And when you walk, take 5 steps or 10 steps, however, how many steps you would like to take, and see what you find. What is north in your backyard? Is there a shed? Did you find a butterfly? Is there a special tree that you like? Is there a chair? Take the steps east. What do you find when you walk east in your backyard? And south and west and etc. And I want to hear about, what you found in your backyard. And then you have your flashlight. Let's see if mine worked. It wasn't working before. Oh, there it goes. So this is cool. You guys can make a tent. You can make a tent using blankets. Have an adult help you, or sheets, or a big sheet, and have fun with it and make a tent in the living room, in your bedroom, wherever you have room. And then at night, you can invite someone in your tent and read a book. Have it be all dark in your tent, and use your flashlight. You can each have a flashlight, and you can read a scary book, or you can read your favorite book, and just have pillows in your tent, and just get all comfy and your favorite blanket, and read a good book with your flashlight. How fun would that be? And at night, you can use your flashlight to explore your backyard with an adult and see what you can find, what kind of bugs you can find. And don't forget to explore the stars. We have a week that the theme is space, so we're going to be talking more about that. But summertime is a great time to go stargazing in your backyard and see what constellations you can find. But we'll talk more about that. Again, use your imagination. It's all about exploring. Now, as far as language arts are concerned, you guys have some pictures. Some of you have picture cards. You all have picture story cards. And some of you have lists of words for the themes. So I want you to get creative. I want you to make sentences using the picture cards. I want you, if you have a word list, I want you to trace the words, pick the words from that list, follow directions in the lesson plans, and I want you to get creative. It's okay if you can't write. Have an adult help you write. But I want you to start making sentences, creating stories, because you can do this. Talking about language arts, I am going to read a book to you called Where the Wild Things Are. It's a very, very popular book. But before I do that, I would like to review money really quick, because you're going to be putting money in your suitcases. So quickly, which one is the penny? Find the penny. That is the penny. Excellent. A penny is worth 1 cent. Excellent. Which one is the nickel? The small one or the large coin? Which one is the nickel? The smaller coin is the nickel, and a nickel is worth 5 cents. Good job. Which one is the dime? Is the bigger coin the dime or the smaller coin? The smaller coin is the dime, and it is worth 10 cents. Which coin is a $50, which means 50 cents? The large coin or the smaller one? The large coin is worth 50 cents, and it's called a $50. This is a quarter. How much is a quarter worth? 25 cents. And we have the Sacagawea coin that is worth $1. And that's about the same size as a quarter. How much is this bill worth? Well, to find out, we need to look at the corners and see what number is at the corners. What number do you see? 1. So this dollar is worth 1. Sorry. this coin is, this dollar is worth how much? What number do we see at the corners? 5. $5. Good job. This dollar bill, this bill is worth how much? Well, there's a 1 and a 0. That's the number 10. It is worth $10. And this, I keep saying coin, I'm sorry. This dollar bill, this bill is worth how much? A 2 and a 0, $20. And you have a bunch of these in your suitcase. Count the $20 bills and let me know how many 20s you have in your suitcase. Okay, now that we reviewed our math, our coins, and our bills, I would like to read you the story, Where the Wild Things Are. And like I said before, we're talking about using our imagination, right? We learn by using our imagination, and it makes learning fun. So let's see what this story is about. I have a feeling it's about using your imagination. So it says, the winner of the Caldecott Medal for the most distinguished picture book of the year. So when you write a book, you can get 2 types of awards. An illustration is a picture award, and the story award. So the Caldecott Medal is for the best pictures. So if you have really good pictures in your story, you can get that award. All right, Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. What does the word mischief mean? If you're being mischievous or you're causing mischief, you're doing things that are obnoxious. You're doing things that people do not want you to do, okay? You're not following the rules. Now, Max looks like he's putting up a tent, and he's using a blanket, but I don't know if he's allowed to put nails in the walls. So before you do anything like that, it's best to ask permission or get help. So the night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. What is he doing here? Should he be doing that? Is that a nice thing to do? So if you're not doing something nice, you're creating mischief. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up," which is kind of disrespectful. So he was sent to bed without eating anything. All right, so there was a consequence for his behavior. He wasn't being appropriate, so his mom sent him to his room without any dinner or supper. Now let's look at Max's face. How is he feeling right now? Let's look at the expression. He looks angry. I think he looks more angry than sad. He's probably both, but he looks angry. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. Look at that. There's an actual forest growing in his room. And we know it's nighttime because look through the window. What do you see? You see the moon. A forest grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. His room looks like a jungle. And the ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. Could you imagine an ocean in your room along with a forest? And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. Wow, he was sailing in that boat for a long time. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and they gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. What does the word gnashed mean? They gnashed their terrible teeth. They started grinding their teeth. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. So all the wild things look what? They look scared, right? They look like they are afraid of Max. And made him king of the wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. So let the wild activities begin. Look, he is now king of the wild things. So what are they doing in this picture? They look like they are dancing by the moonlight. Maybe they're singing, dancing. And now during the day, it looks like they're exploring the forest. They're having a lot of fun. And now they are getting to know each other and creating rapport with each other and having fun. Just enjoying each other's company, which is what we do with our friends. We choose people that we like to hang out with to be our friends, because that's what a real friend is. Somebody that makes you feel good about yourself, somebody that you want to be around. Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around from far away across the world he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. Sounds like Miss Renee has some wild things in her yard too. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up, we love you so." And Max said no. The wild things roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. He waved goodbye and sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. So do you think that a forest really grew in Max's room, or do you think he was using his imagination? You're right. He was using his imagination. He imagined that a forest grew in his room, and he imagined that an ocean was in his room, and a boat came to take him away to where the wild things live. So all of this, the wild things, was Max's imagination. Your imagination, your mind, and your imagination are very, very powerful. So I want you to be creative and use your imagination. I will be doing a video on Wednesday to see how you guys are doing with your work. I'll probably be reading you another story. We'll do an activity together. And then Thursday, we will be meeting at 12 o'clock for our virtual classroom session. So I hope to see everybody there. If you have any questions, please call me, text me, email me, and I'll be happy to help you any way I can. All right, I will hopefully see you on Thursday, and I'll put out a meeting on Wednesday. Enjoy your day, be safe, and enjoy one another. Be kind. Take care.